Hello, everybody. It is me, Serendipity the artist, and today I am doing a full colored pencil drawing of a girl inspired by an Inky Cap Mushroom. And if you don't know what an Inky Cap Mushroom is, it's like this drippy, goopy mushroom. It has like black goo dripping off the edges of it. Here, I'll insert a picture so you can see. But I love this mushroom, and I have done other mushroom girls. I've done a brown mushroom girl, and I have done a Minecraft mushroom inspired red mushroom girl. And I have been wanting to draw an Inky Cap girl for so long because the Inky Cap mushroom is iconic. It's so cool. It's a little gothic. It's a little weird and creepy. I love it. My favorite combo is things that are cute and creepy, so we're going for that look here as always. But initially, I was planning to do this as an oil painting, and what happened is I was cleaning my art desk, and I decided that I was going to move my art desk to the other side of my art room. And I do this periodically, like when I feel like I need a refresher, then I'll just clean my art desk and I'll like move it to another area. And so I was doing that, and I was moving my colored pencil like stand that has my colored pencil display, and I discovered something absolutely offensive and very upsetting. My colored pencils had a layer of dust on them. Excuse me? So I've been doing mostly oil painting all year. So today we're doing an entire color pencil drawing. We are dusting off the color pencils, literally. Anyways, you can see here that what I'm doing in the video is I am just sketching out the mushroom girl with my mechanical pencil, and I go through a few iterations of how I want the mushroom hat to look and how I want the hands to look, and I just kind of problem solve until I get it just how I want. But I'm going to speed up this part of the process, and I will meet back up with you when I'm ready for the next part of the drawing process. Now, with the drawing part of the process complete, the next step is I'm going to lighten all the pencil lines using my kneaded eraser. And my kneaded eraser is this like squishy, flexible eraser. You can use it like Play-Doh, but essentially what I do is I like roll it into a long snake, and then I roll it along the paper to like remove a lot of the pencil layer, and then I also do some like dabbing motions, and then I just rub it as well until I get the pencil to be really light. I don't want to erase it completely, obviously, because I need to see the drawing in order to color it, but the reason that I do this is so that I can lighten the pencil lines just enough so that I can see them, but the pencil isn't there. The actual pencil lead is not there to smear into my colors, so then I can keep my colors nice and crisp. Now we are finally to the part where I'm going to actually start coloring, thank goodness. But I chose my colors, and I kind of chose just classic Inky Cap colors, some blacks and various different shades of gray. I chose like a good wide range so that I have enough to pick from for all the gradients that I need for her skin and her outfit and all the other parts. But I also decided that I wanted to go with a little bit of a pop of color here because it felt weird to just do a full monochrome artwork. I feel like it's kind of a staple of my art to have more color in it. But for that, I decided to pick some like magenta and purple and like eggplant colors. And I decided to do her eyes with a bit of purple and magenta in them because I thought that was a good way to draw the attention even more so to her face, because that is the main focal point of most of the art that I make. And so I really like to think out where the focal point is, and I thought that that would be a good way to do that. So I just start by laying down some layers of colored pencil here, and I do my first layers of colored pencil pretty light, and it's mostly just to lay down the basic colors and like get an idea of where I want things to be. So it's kind of like it's just mapping things that first pass. And then I go in and I start adding shadows and I start adding highlights and I start layering the pencil so that it's like more thick. And then at a certain point I will blend it, but for now I'm just layering the color pencil, and I will meet back up with you when I am to the blending part so I can explain that stage next. Now that I am to the part where I feel like I have enough colored pencil laid down, I take out my Prismacolor colorless blender and I start blending. So this pencil is essentially just a wax pencil that's clear. It doesn't have any pigment in it, but it's kind of hard, and you can blend the pencil really, really smooth with it. And I have also tried this on white paper, but I feel like it works best on gray toned paper, because with the midtone already established, I feel like the colors just blend better on gray toned paper. I've also tried it on black paper too. But I love this thing, and I go through so many of these. I highly recommend trying them. I don't see many people doing this color pencil technique, but I discovered it many years ago, back in like 2016, and this is just kind of how I blend my colored pencil drawings ever since then. So yeah, highly recommend trying it. It is very time consuming and your hand will probably get kind of sore. I definitely have a little bump on my finger from all the blending that I do, but in my opinion, the results are worth it, and I think of it as a little trophy for all the hard work that I have put in. And yeah, so I thought I would go over that because I do get a lot of questions about my blending technique specifically, and that's what I use. So if you want to give it a go, Prismacolor colorless blender, highly recommend. Now, when I was searching online for images of Inky Cap mushrooms, I came across this one here, and it is in the shape of a little ghost, and I thought that was so adorable, so I decided to literally give her those little ghost inky caps as mushroom earrings, and I think that they came out so cute. They're probably my favorite part of the entire drawing because I just think they're special and cute. I wish they existed in real life. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is the hair that I chose for this character. And initially, when I was drawing in pencil, I wanted to do this like swoopy, sleek, like wolf cut kind of hair. But then when I drew it on her, I was like, no, this is too like neat and it's not messy enough, and it's just not matching the vision that I have. So I actually ended up erasing all of that hair and redoing it this frizzy hair. And I've never really drawn frizzy hair on a character before. but I actually think it really suits her, and I think if it's done right, frizzy hair can actually be so beautiful. I don't think everything needs to be so sleek and blown out and styled. I think sometimes just a frizzy hair just gives a certain vibe. So frizzy hair girls represent. And initially, I was just going to do her hair white, but then I was like, you know what would be way better is if I added a gradient just like on the Inky Cap Mushroom on her head. So then it kind of just followed the theme through. And I'm so glad I decided to do that because I think it just came out perfectly and it is exactly what she needed, and it just really pulls the whole thing together. But yeah, so that's what I decided to do for her hair. Let me know what you think down below. And also, if there's any other types of hair that you would like me to draw, I definitely want to experiment with doing different types of hair. So let me know down below. Now the drawing is almost done, so I'm just doing some finishing touches like giving her eyelashes and redefining little parts here and there and adding stripes to her shirt and whatnot. But I also go in with my gel pen here, and this is a Uniball Signo white gel pen, and I add all the little shiny parts on her mushroom cap, like all the little drippy parts, because the drippy parts are supposed to be wet, you know, they're liquid, kind of. So I thought it was fun to make them all shiny, and I think it is just the cherry on top. And with that, the drawing is complete. And I also sprayed this drawing with a spray fixative. It gives the drawing like a unified glossy sheen, and it also protects the drawing so that it doesn't smear on the paper. And then I put the drawing in my scanner to get a nice image of it, and then I took it into Procreate and I edit to make sure that it looks exactly how the drawing does look in real life. And then I also did an alternate version with a slight background gradient around her for Prince. And so there is the two versions. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this Inky Cap girl, and if you want to support me, you can do that at serendipitytheartist.com. I have prints, stickers, artwork, keychains, etc. And I hope to see you in my next video, which will hopefully be next Saturday. Bye-bye!